Again, God is not content that there were only two human beings in all of human history who would know what it was like to rule the earth to the glory of God and to enjoy in its magnificence the world that God provided without any interference or hindrance, without any spoilage, without any deterioration. Who has known that? In all of human history, two people. Two people. Adam and Eve. So God planned all this, made the earth, mankind, pinnacle of creation, named the animals, rule the world to my glory, love those animals, enjoy eating the plants, and do this and develop. And you know what? If sin had never come into the world, do you think they would have developed technology? Sure, to help get the water from the river into the area that they're living in? Of course. Would they have ever invented the wheel? Sure, they would have, because they weren't infinite. It wasn't like they could just think into existence water getting from the river to here. They'd go to the river, and after a while they'd figure out, there's got to be a way to get that, and they'd be way smarter, right? As God originally created them, and they'd be creative, and they'd do all these things. I think technology would have developed much faster, and it would have been much better if there had been no fall. Now just imagine, what would the world have been like if there had been no fall, and then you've got a culture of people who are doing all of these things and using their God-given creativity, made in the image of God, and they're using it for God's glory. Not for their own glory, but for God's glory. And they're looking at creation, and would they have studied creation? That's how science started. It's the study of creation, and the early scientists studied it in order to know God better. And there's a biblical basis for that, because Romans says that God has revealed himself in his creation. So you want to know what God's like? Well, you study plants and you study animals, because he made them. You study people, you study all of these things, the natural wonders. And somebody sees a beaver building a dam and says, we could build a dam. And then we could divert that water, and we could, all of that would have happened surely if sin hadn't come into the world.